Hey guys, welcome back to B3 Potty C. This is episode 2, season 6, and I'm here with a very special guest, my wife, Talia. Yeah, she's
Okay.
waving hi for those
Hi.
who are not watching the video.
Oh yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Uh, this episode is kind of like a part 2. I'll try to include a clip of the first episode that we did when it was you were wearing like a pink pajama and Liam was asleep beside you. We
Yes.
were like
And I was
we
around
were
8 months
like
pregnant, so it was way different.
8 months. I thought it was 6, but
No.
8 months. Then how
Was
long
it
has it been
8 months?
since then? 9, 10.
It's been like 4 months already. 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
because Ian's gonna be 2 months, huh? Oh, he's already
It's
2
2
months
months today.
today.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just didn't want to keep putting the episode off because we got interviews coming up, and I just want to talk about like all the things that we went through and like experiences that you've uh went through that were different to the first pregnancy,
Mm-hmm.
because this is baby number 2.
Number 2.
So I know we talked a little bit about this on the first episode about the pregnancy and how you were feeling. You had less mareos, right?
Yeah, less vomiting, I guess. Less nausea. There you go. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, vomiting. Yeah.
I know you had a hard time with Liam, and I know it was a lot that you had to
Oh
go
my
through.
gosh. Yeah.
Uh, but with this baby, you had a different experience. What were some of the things that you found like challenging about this baby?
Um, the weight gain, especially on my back and on my legs. I mean, I think my legs didn't get swollen, but my back or legs weren't used to so much weight on after 2 years, almost 3.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a lot of back pain.
When you said
Mm-hmm.
weight gain, I thought you were gonna say my weight gain. I was like, oh, well, that hurts. What does it
Like,
have to do with me?
yeah, this time I did the weight gaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still healthy. It's not like you're not healthy.
I'm not overweight. It's just a little
Mm-hmm.
bit more than, the first time.
What are some like experiences that you kind of differentiated with our first baby, and this one you were like paying attention, like things that you were like paying attention to that you didn't the first time, like what were some like milestones that you caught?
Like during delivery or like in
With
general?
anything, like during the pregnancy or during labor, or even after.
I mean, during the pregnancy, I mean, some milestones was actually not, being scared that the baby wasn't gaining weight, how he should. But I mean, I feel like it was less tracking. Like the first baby's like, you want to know what size it is all the time. And, and you're just like, oh, Googling everything, like every little symptom that you find. Until this second time, it's like, oh, I recognize this symptom. I know what it is. I don't have to freak out and go into Google every 5 minutes. I don't
Yeah.
have to know what size it is. Like, I'm gaining weight myself, so I'm sure he's okay. You know, those kinds of things.
Just to clarify, when she says what size it is, she's talking about the baby's
The
height.
baby size, yes. I mean, we're talking about babies. What else?
I'm just clarifying because there's people out there.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah, let me clarify. Yeah, how big the baby was.
Yeah, right. Like even when you were pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
this time I remember this the baby was bigger, right?
Oh, yeah. He was almost 9 pounds this time, right? 8 pounds and some ounces.
Mm-hmm.
While Liam was just 6 pounds. I mean, for me, like, oh, 2 pounds is not a lot difference. Like, when we gain 2 pounds
Hmm.
or lose 2 pounds, it's not too much. But that's another human being you're carrying around. Like, that's a baby. Like, it's extra weight. You feel it more than, yeah. Like, you don't realize when you gain 2 pounds, but you realize when something inside you grows, for sure. I don't know how to explain
Yeah.
that.
So this question might be a little weird, and you don't have to answer it if you don't
Yeah,
want to. But
open book right here.
but did it feel different when the baby was when the first baby was born and the second baby was born?
But it feels different. I mean, yes. Yes. Well, that, like, going into
Which one
labor
was
was
harder?
way different. I mean, harder. I guess it
Mm-hmm.
was this one. Because, I mean, obviously he's
No.
bigger. So it didn't, like with Liam, you're like, oh, he's born, he's out, he's here. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't feel anything. But with Eddie, with Ian, is like every push, like every time he went down the birth canal, it's like I felt pressure. I'm like, whoa,
Oh my.
whoa. So obviously, like, I'm like, I didn't feel so much with Liam. Like, I'm scared now. Like, is this epidural gonna work through the whole thing, or is it gonna stop somewhere? But I mean, it's just just pressure and no pain. But
Yeah. So since you're mentioning epidural, I'm gonna take that opportunity.
all right, go for it.
How do you like? ¿Cómo te digo? What is something that you want those ladies that are saying like epidural? Using epidural means that it's not like real birth. You don't really
Oh,
go through that pain. Basically, the haters.
then
What is something that you would say to them?
let's see. Hmm. I mean, if you're talking about the haters, like the moms, like the like older generation, like our moms, especially my
Yeah.
mom. You know how she's like, go and have it without it. And she had like 4 kids with that, well, 3 without any medication. I'm like, well, you do that. Congrats to you. You're strong. Good. Awesome. I'm not doing that. If I have the choice to be in pain or not, I'm gonna take the no. So, like, your body, your choice. I know there's a baby involved, but this is the pain you're gonna go through, not your baby. Your baby is gonna be born, and that's it. I mean,
Hmm.
it's the woman that's gonna do all the suffering. So as long as the woman thinks like, oh, it'll help her enjoy the experience of giving birth. I mean, we're already going through so much. We gotta take
Yeah.
whatever we could get if you want it. I mean, now if you're strong enough and you want to go through all that pain, hey, great, go for it. But that's not me. I'm not gonna do more than what I gotta do. Like, we're already growing a whole human being. Like, why do I have to go through more to prove that I'm a mom? Like, I already grew the
Yeah.
child. What else do you want? For months. Oh man.
Yeah, and obviously we're talking like when women have a choice, right? Because también a
Yeah,
veces they don't have insurance or things like that, so they can afford it. And in those cases, obviously, I mean, both ways it's okay. But I mean, if they have the choice, obviously, don't feel like less of a mom
of
just because you
course.
use Epidural.
And
But yeah.
like, you brought up something, like a good thing at the hospitals. I mean, I don't know. I Both times I given birth, I have insurance, and they always ask me like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yeah." But my mom had, she had come to me with it that they didn't even offer it to her. So I'm
Yeah.
like, so if the hospital knew you didn't have insurance, they didn't offer it to you, or it's just something that was like, overlooked, like, whatever. Like, if the mom asks, we'll give it to you.
That's scary, right? Like
Right?
maybe just because they were Hispanic, or like the doctors were like, oh, they're not gonna know about it, so we're not gonna tell them. But it's expensive, right?
It's
So it's like what
expensive. It's like, man, I might be wrong, because I don't know, after insurance and everything, like, the births are like $3,000. So I don't know how much, but I think it was more because my mom was on week, so she was
mm,
already, she was receiving help from the government. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, or maybe like you say, like, oh, they saw her, her English was not that good. She's just Mexican, she'll be fine. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
hopefully we're
I don't want
wrong.
to get, yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say I don't want to get canceled or anything, but I do feel like that's sometimes true because, like, that's the reason me and you, like sometimes we go with our parents because we're like, there to both translate and remind whoever's like treating them like, hey, you can't do that, or because I know, like my brother,
Hmm.
I know he went with my mom once because she was getting surgery
Hmm.
and they were like treating her like mad, like basically like ni le querían traer like her towels or not even switch her stuff, and my brother was like, hey, like you can't do that, you gotta go get her towels, it's your job.
Hmm.
And then until that point the person brought her what she needed, but like I think I mean I'm not sure, but I feel like it does have to do with like, oh, they're not gonna know that's
Hmm.
available, so we can save money there or whatever. So
Yes,
that's scary.
it is scary. Hmm.
But going back to your, I want to know like on the pain scale. Like I
Hmm.
know they've seen those videos where they put the thing on the guys, and then it's like, oh, like it's really bad pain. It's worse than getting kicked in the
And the
in
bone.
the, in the
The,
areas.
mhm.
But like from 1 to 10, like I know, no, the reason I'm asking, just so that people know, I know with our first baby, you waited longer to get the epidural.
Mhm.
So how was the pain scale on the first baby before you got the
Um,
epidural?
Before the epidural, so
Mm-hmm.
I I went up to 5 centimeters. I think I was halfway, and I was
Damn.
already, not happy. Pain scale at 5, I'm probably like at an 8 on the pain scale thing. Yeah.
Damn, at 8?
Uh-huh. And it was just those seconds that the contraction lasted. Obviously, they got more intense over time, but at that point, they were at an 8, and I was just halfway. So I don't know how long the contraction lasted, but it was, yeah, it was a
Like every time there was a contraction, you would get like a shot of pain.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes. So it's not like the whole time you're in labor, the whole time you're in pain. No, it's just when you get those contractions, when your uterus literally like shrinks to push out the
yeah.
baby,
Oh,
the contraction. Yeah. That's those seconds that last, even though it seems like minutes, but it's just seconds, it hurts a lot.
mhm.
So like for the
Yeah.
girls that get the period cramps is like, I don't know, 3 times as a regular period cramp. I would describe it like that at that point in labor. I don't know about farther than that because I'm not willing to find out. Nope. I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm leaving that as a mystery.
You're like somebody else can find that
Somebody
out.
will find out and will report back to us. We're good.
And I mean, I know it is like a very high on the pain scale for them too, because remember when you already gave birth and
Mhm.
we were like going through the halls, like all we
Mhm.
heard was like screaming and like
Screaming.
damn, like
Oh,
there's so much pain.
so it was scary. Like it sounds like they're getting like, well, obviously they're getting ripped open. That's what's happening, right?
Yeah.
But oh no, that made me glad that I'm like the epidural work on me. I don't. That was something I could avoid, and I did. Awesome, and like
Yeah.
hopefully everything ends up good with all those ladies that we heard screaming. You know, they're super strong. Mhm.
It's just it's like a scary movie. Just thinking
Yes.
back to it, it's like a scary movie.
Like that.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Just so 18 years later, the son is like, I don't love you, mom. You don't love me. You don't care about me.
Yeah.
You're like, if you only knew.
If you only knew. Yeah, and now that I'm a mom, it's like, I mean, I was a teenager. I told my mom a lot of things that hurt her feelings, and now that I'm a
Mm-hmm.
mom, I'm like, man, I'm a bee. I was just a
I'm a
like,
bee.
I was such a bitch. Like I could have been nicer. That wasn't nice. But
Now that you
I
know
mean,
what they go through.
yeah, and you know what they say that your child is like it's gonna be twice as you. I'm like, oof, oof, scared, scared.
The first one's always like the mom.
Yes, right. Oh no.
Nah, I don't know. We haven't. I mean, our baby's growing still, so he's showing signs of like how he's gonna be, but
Mm-hmm.
still a mystery.
It's still a
how,
mystery.
how did you feel with our baby, our second baby? Like when you first held him, and todo, like was it different to when with Liam?
Yes, it was different. Not in the way that it was like less emotional, less love. It's like, okay, you're here, here we go. We could do it. Like I felt more confident. Like the first time it was emotional. That's why I cried with Liam. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but also it was now that I'm, past that part, I think it was being scared or nervous. It's like, oh my gosh, you're a baby. You're here. You're depending on me now. Like, I need to step up, you know? And now with
Yeah,
Ian, it's like, oh, you're here. You're my baby. Yeah, it's still emotional, but it's like way more confident. Like that confident level is like on a high and you're feeling way more secure. So it's like, you're more emotional, but you're not as nervous. You're not as scared. You're just happy, or because you know what to expect. You know the normal things. So I think the
yeah.
confidence takes away a little bit from the nervousness, and I don't know. That's the only
Like
difference.
to be honest with you, even though I knew
Mm-hmm.
what was gonna happen for the second baby, when I was there, I was still caught off guard because things were different. Because the first time, remember, uh, it was like we were waiting, and then no, like time is just passing, and then de repente, like all the doctors come in, and now everybody's like, "Oh, it's time, we gotta get him out," and it
Yeah.
was just like really chaotic.
Uh huh.
And then this time, like it wasn't even like that at all.
They're like,
Like
let me, you know, break your water, pop. Okay, let's wait.
yeah,
Oh, well, looks like you're ready. I'm like, okay, I mean, let's
like
go. I'm ready.
like where's the drama? Where's
Yeah,
the I
right.
need the drama.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know we were talking about how like we want that drama y todo, but I
Mhm.
also feel like this experience with baby number two has been so different in like just the baby itself. Like I feel like he's so different to Liam. And I don't know how you feel about that, but I feel like he's really different. Like I don't remember him like talking at 2 months and racing, like lifting up like his head and everything. But then
Mm-hmm.
again, I don't remember clearly todo lo de our first baby. But
Yeah,
like,
especially
what are
the
some
first
things that you're paying
months.
attention to?
The wanting to be in everything, like when we leave him at the bassinet and we're in the kitchen, talking and whatever, he's over there screaming like, hey, i'm
Yeah,
i'm here, don't forget about me. I don't remember Liam
yeah,
being like that. Like Liam will fall asleep, he'll cry whenever he's hungry or like needs to change, and that's it, and goes back. Like I feel like he didn't make as much noise, as much,
yeah.
baby talk. Not like Ian, that he's like screaming from the little living room right there. Yeah, every second I'm like, huh, okay. Or he just stares at you like and waits for you to communicate with him, and like he's ready to respond. Like I don't remember that with Liam. I don't. Like Liam would look at you, but he wouldn't be like just waiting on you to talk to him. Not like Ian. So I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he's gonna be more, hopefully I'm right, more out there, more friendly, I think. Like
I
early
mean,
on.
I can predict it.
Yeah.
Because if Liam is like you, that means Ian's gonna be like me, and I'm not. Like I know I have the podcast and everything, but I'm not that. I mean, I wasn't always that social. I was like super introvert. I stay inside. I don't. I know you met me when I was like different. I guess that's why you got you got were interested in me, but that wasn't the real like me. I was more introvert. But during that time, like I did have an extrovert side, and I was like trying to be social, and but I guess was I mean he could be have a little bit of both. Maybe he will have that extrovert side,
I think
but
um
mhm.
like you're willing to be social, like you're willing to take the first step, say the hi first, and I'm not. I will not go up to you and say, hey, introduce myself. I'm not that. No. Now if you come up to me and introduce yourself and ask me questions, I'm like, okay, I'll go for it. But I think like Ian is gonna be like that to the point where he's gonna be the starter, the conversation starter. Like he's not gonna shy away from it. Like if he
Well,
has to, okay, he'll do it. But yeah, I think that's how he's gonna be when he grows up.
yeah, I'm excited to see like how he grows. Because Liam's he's barely 2 years old, and he has gone through his like little roller coaster of like who he is and like how he acts. At first, he was like not getting too close to kids, and now he's like super like getting in their faces, like, "Hey, I'm here,
I
play
think
with
his
me."
his his
But
body reacts before his brain. So when his body's there, like all in front of the other kid's face, I'm like, it. His body, since he's not used to saying hi, he just stares. I think I think that's why he does that. But see, that's the thing. I think Ian is gonna be like, hey, this from the starter, from the beginning. He's gonna be like, hey, hi. He's not just gonna go up to you and stare because like you said, Liam has gone through so much roller coaster, so much change, um, and all because of the
yeah,
iron. Like I noticed it. We noticed that everybody has. Like all of a sudden, he wants somebody else to carry him that is not his mom or dad. Like he's over there playing with everybody. Like, and before that, I
I'm like, what
remember
the heck? Who are
yeah.
you?
I'm like, oh, you're leaving? Oh, bye. Okay. Like, you're not, okay. Kind of hurts my feelings, but hey, good for you. You're gaining confidence, and that's awesome. Independence.
Yeah,
Just in time for baby number two to start all over again. But here we go. You know?
yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see where they what they grow into, but I'm also like a little scared because you know how Liam, as he is like super social. Like there's kids that are like you, like that don't want to say hi, like stay away from me,
Mm-hmm.
and I like we've gone through that. Remember he runs up to the little kids and they're just like, what the heck, like stay away from me,
And they're like backing off
and
or
I
like
just
pushing him off, like, personal space, buddy. Yeah, it's
yeah
scary. And what are you supposed to do in those situations? Just like, oh, don't push my kid? No, like, we understand you. Like, just come on, Liam, just say hi. Let's go. Come on, step back. Yeah, it's something we're learning with Liam now. Something new
I don't know.
for
I
baby.
feel like even like you can have like 6 kids or whatever, but your experience with each kid is not gonna be the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I've been noticing. Uh, I haven't like, como te digo, like even though I already went through one experience, like I'm still like every time I experience something with this baby, to me it's like new. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like the first time I'm experiencing it, and like I feel like that's great because you never get bored. Like you're always gonna have
Yes.
something to do with these kids.
I said every day something new. And it's so cool how we get to see them like be so different. Like we have Liam. I mean, obviously Liam is 2 years older. He's gonna act different, but from what we remember, Liam, how he used to be, and the baby is like different is so cool. Like, oh, how else are you gonna be different? Are you
Yeah.
gonna do this too, or are you gonna do this? Like, yeah, it makes it exciting to know that, they're two different people, and let's figure out how different they are. Let's go through it.
Yeah. I do feel like we have to remind ourselves, like,
Mm-hmm.
when there's baby number two, like, don't
Oh,
treat him as number
mhm.
two. Because I feel like we've been doing that, like, without trying, obviously, and not because we're bad parents or anything, but you know how, like, we used ¿cómo se llama? The car seat. Like, we didn't buy a new car seat because we already had it. We didn't buy a new
Mhm.
stroller because we already had it. Like, I feel like those things are kind of unfair to
Mhm.
the second baby, and like I feel like we're gonna always treat them that way. Like, oh, the clothes that Liam has, they fit you now, so you wear them now. Like, todo hand me downs, and even and for Liam, we like bought him on new
New.
things. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we have to be careful with that and watch that. Like, like, get him new stuff.
Mhm.
He's his own little person. He doesn't like, it shouldn't always be like hand me down, hand me down, hand me down.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
feel like that's super like
Especially when he
unfair.
gets
I know
older.
both of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially when
when
he
he
gets
gets older.
older. Like Ian and Liam they're gonna have different personalities. Ian is not gonna love everything that Liam wore, and I'm not gonna be like, no, you gotta wear this. You're not getting anything new. No, but if like there's some like a cute shirt that's not no stains, almost brand new, I'll be like, hey, here, you want to wear this? You want to get this?
Yeah,
Now, if he doesn't want to, I'll be like, okay, fine. I'm not gonna force it on you. But at the same time, I do want to buy him like new clothes. Like I've been doing these baby clothes. Like he needs to use all of the new ones before he starts reusing Liam's baby clothes. I want to, like you say, I don't want to treat him like number
yeah,
two.
yeah.
Excuse
Like, I see the baby, sí te la paso, because I'm like, he doesn't know yet.
me.
But
Mm-hmm.
whenever he gets older, he's obviously gonna know. Like, okay, all of this stuff is just hand me downs. Like,
Yeah.
and it's coming from somebody who's baby. I mean, I'm like the firstborn, and you're the firstborn, so just me thinking of like how my brother felt or how your brother felt. Like, I mean, I'm always doing that. I'm always putting myself in other people's shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they felt that way because they just got a bunch of hand me downs, and even with like this baby, we didn't do like a huge gender reveal. We didn't do a
Yeah.
huge baby shower. Like, with the first baby, he even got two baby showers and just things like that. Like, I feel like we had to watch that. And for those listening,
Yeah.
like, if you have a second baby, don't treat him like number one. Like, it's 1A, 1B, not
Mm-hmm.
one and then two, or something like that.
Yeah,
But
I think the reason I didn't want a big baby gender reveal is because I lost my train of thought. Mom brain. It's not because I wasn't
choo choo.
choo choo gone. It's not that I wasn't so excited, but I like, okay, I did the big thing, you know, I wouldn't have mind done it like more personal, more like close family, you know. Like kept it more to us, especially
Yeah.
after we saw, the after Liam was born, the distance between all those family members and Liam. Like I'm like I want something to with the people that are actually gonna be in his life every day, every week, not
Hmm.
every other month. So that's why I think I wanted just to do that close, small gender reveal, you know?
Yeah, and then, I mean, I supported you obviously because, como te dije, like, this baby, whenever we were like, oh, she's pregnant, like,
Mm-hmm.
the first baby, everybody was like, oh my god, like, crazy, this is awesome, congratulations, y toda la cosa. And with
Yeah.
this baby, it's like, damn, again, like,
I know.
yeah,
Why
I don't
does
got
the
nothing
world do
else to do.
this? My uncle, you don't got a TV? I'm like,
Yes.
oh no.
Like,
Oh.
For whoever like is pregnant right now with baby number two, I know Jesus, Jesus digo, en vez de decir Jesus, Jesus, I know he's expecting baby number two, and
Mhm.
like if anybody ever makes you feel like that, because even I said it to him, but I said it as a joke. I was like, "Damn, y'all wasted no time
Oh
to
yeah.
go for baby number two, because their baby's probably gonna be, I think, 8 months, and ya viene el otro second baby, so that's like two
Oh,
under
she's
two,
brave.
pero
She is
más
brave.
closer than yeah,
Oh no.
yeah. But definitely don't feel discouraged when people
Yeah.
say that to you guys. Like, it's your life. You know, when you grow older, they're gonna be like not too separated. Because I know I'm separated 5 years from my brother, and then I have like brothers and sisters that are like 50. What is it, 15 or 10? I don't know. I'm
10
not sure
and
right now.
11.
I know I should know. Oh yeah, 10 and 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have siblings that are that young, but definitely don't feel discouraged. Like, if you want to have them right away, then do it. You know, because you'll get to enjoy your life later on. They'll be even go to like same school and stuff. So
Mhm.
there's the benefits to doing that. Obviously, there's negatives as well. Like, you gotta let your body rest, and you know, women especially going through birth 1 year and
Mhm.
then the next
Going through
year
everything.
again.
Gosh. And then
But yeah.
the mental um way after birth. Like we're over here with like
Oh yeah.
two. I mean, Liam is 2, and the baby is 2 months. But like Jesus and his wife, that they have him so close. It's like that's a lot of. It's a lot of mental things that you're gonna have to be mentally strong. Like any mom,
Yeah.
but especially so close. Like whoa, like that's that's a new level, and like good for her that she's that strong. Like not everybody is.
Yeah.
Good.
No, yeah, definitely the mental part is really important for both the
Hmm.
the guy and the woman,
Yeah.
because like y'all go through the pain aspect and everything, and I know like us as guys, we go through a lot of like, oh, like how we're gonna mantener, like, like a family that
Hmm.
big or whatever. Like, how are we gonna keep up with the bills? Like, I know right now we're like paying double diapers because we still haven't potty trained our baby. So things like that is like how am I gonna afford everything? Toda la cosa. But you
Yeah.
just gotta like bring yourself back in and be like, well, I have a partner. We're both working. We can handle it. So you just
Hmm.
gotta remind yourself of doing that. And also the mental, like, something that like I would give as an advice
Hmm.
would be like, pay attention to, like you said earlier, Talia, when somebody's supporting you or whatever. Like, for example, this baby, we didn't do a huge party because it wasn't like people weren't excited or whatever. They made us feel like weird.
Hmm.
Like, pay attention to those things because that's important. When your baby grows up, like, they're gonna try to be like in your kid's life, and like, you just gotta see how they treated you when you were pregnant. See how they were they there when you needed them.
Hmm.
Were they supporting you? Like, all that stuff is important because, oh, que casualidad, they need you now later on, or they
Hmm.
want to be in the kid's life. And I thought, like, that's not how it works. Like,
Or
you
a
gotta be
lot of,
there when the stakes are high.
yeah,
You
and
know?
then a lot of family members then complain why the baby is not as close to them. They're like, oh, why doesn't he would like to come over here? Why is he weird with me? Like you weren't in his life
Yeah.
at first. We're gonna receive what you get. I mean, what you give. So with this baby, that like you said, nobody was excited. I'm like, you're not gonna make me feel weird. Like I know it's my second pregnancy, but it's gonna be as exciting as the first one. I'm gonna be as happy as the first one, and you're not
Yeah.
gonna be here raining on my rainbow. Like you're not gonna do that. I'm gonna enjoy
On
my
your
time.
parade.
Wait, tomato, tomato.
Don't
You
rain
know
on
what
my
I mean.
parade.
Don't rain on my parade,
Yeah, I
okay?
know what you
You know.
mean.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm I'm happy that it was more. I mean, obviously, it's not. It just didn't feel good. The family not to be there as much as the first one, but I'm proud of us that
Mm-hmm.
we made it out to what we wanted to. Like, they didn't take away our happiness. They didn't make
Yeah.
us not enjoy it as much. I did, in our own way, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, and I'll try to put the clip here because we recorded. Remember, we recorded when you told me about the baby, and then
Oh
when
yeah.
whenever we announced it to everybody, and also whenever the gender reveal, we did it like it was a pretty intimate, just families.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's all you really need. Like just your family. Like by family, I mean like your dad, your mom. The people who support you the most. And
Mhm.
I don't have to invite anybody else that ultimately is gonna forget about you whenever when things
Yeah.
are dangerous. Like one of the things that really got me thinking was when I interviewed Jesus was when he said that like women can literally die in
Mhm.
pregnancy, during pregnancy or birth. I mean,
During and
either
yeah.
way, I think yeah, during and uh, birth as well.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things that I want to say. Like it's really important, like for the husband as well, and for the families, like to always keep that in mind because like you said to me once, Talia, like how you treat a woman when she's pregnant, like sticks forever in your
Mhm.
life. Like you remember that forever.
Yep.
And I feel like that's pretty a fair thing to say because what if things go wrong? Like what if what if the when you were giving birth you bleed out or you die or the baby
Mhm.
dies, like both of you die. Like that's messed up, like
Mhm.
for you to be being treated bad or to be made feel like less or whatever,
Mhm.
or for just being emotional. Because I don't, if for those guys that don't have a pregnant part, what is it, your hormones
Mhm.
really affect your mood, right? So like when something might not have bothered you when you were not pregnant would really like 10 times bother you when you are, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
It-
so I
I
don't know.
I
It
have
really got me thinking. Like mhm.
I have I'm gonna put the reverse card on you. You're not gonna get in trouble. You're not. No. Just
Get in trouble with who? With
I
you?
don't know. I mean, with me, you later. Boom, boom. No, and since we're comparing different the both pregnancies, did you notice the my emotional part different? Like, was I more emotional with Liam pregnancy than with Ian, or were they about the same? Like, what did you notice?
So I feel like you were more emotional with Ian,
Mm-hmm.
and the reason I think that it's because you had the opportunity to be emotional. Because with Liam, I felt like you were weak, like you were not good. Because you know how you didn't eat and you were struggling to even keep food down. Like I was really worried about you during the pregnancy with Liam because like te pusiste bien flaca, like I know I shouldn't say this and it may sound messed up, but you reminded me of the of Bella whenever she's gonna give birth to the vampire baby. Like that's how skinny I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you like me referencing Twilight because she's like a super Twilight fan,
Yes, to the
but
work. Anyway, uh-huh.
that was I was literally like worried about you, the entire pregnancy. And like looking back, like it really pissed me off, like hearing how you were treated fairly at points or whatever. And I feel like I failed you como like as a husband for not protecting you. And I know I really sound like I'm just saying this, but I'm not. Like I know I could say this to your face, but I'd rather just say this here. Like I should have stepped in and helped you out if I was there. But anyways, I want to say like I really felt like you were emotional with Ian, porque you were healthy, you ate good, like you were a different person basically to the first pregnancy because you were normal. But yeah, like whenever I would do something or that you didn't like, I definitely felt that intense emotion. But
Yeah.
like, am I right? Like, were you more emotional with
I
Ian?
feel like I was. Yes. Like I had the more energy to be emotional. Like with Liam, I was like just worried about keeping food down. That was my focus the whole 9 months. And with Ian,
Yeah,
it's like, okay, I'm more relaxed. I get to be more emotional. I get to express myself and be, and yeah,
and
definitely.
be normal because you
And
had
be,
you had you had cravings and everything. The
I
only
did.
thing you ate with Liam was what, Doritos Flamas.
It was Doritos Flamas with Valentina or Lays with Valentina. It was
Oh my
Valentina,
god.
just
She
Valentina, the
bought
salsa.
the big salsa de Valentina.
It was I know I bought 2 gallons of those and I ate one and a half. Like that was good. That was really good.
And
And
like you
now,
should have named him Valentin.
right, I should have Valentin. And,
But
but wait, what
yeah,
craves?
what were
I'm sorry.
cravings with this? Yeah, I was gonna say,
Well, why?
what cravings
Um,
did you have with Ian?
I mean that, and I still haven't like gone over is the Sprite obsession. Like I need a Sprite. Um,
Oh
and
yeah,
like right now
Sprite.
I'm drinking like 2, even 3 a day. It's like, and it doesn't quench the thirst, but that's all I want. Like I drink water, I try everything, but a Sprite is like it hits a spot, it hits a like yes. And that was during the pregnancy with Ian. Like I noticed it's like Sprite, Sprite, Sprite. Yeah, but no hot sauce this time. I don't know what did I crave.
Didn't we get Grubhub whenever you were pregnant with Ian? Because we got it for free with Amazon Prime, and like you were
Yeah,
like
I.
ordering anything that you wanted, you would order
Mhm.
it, and like, I mean, it saves me the ride. I don't have to go get it, and it was free delivery too. So like,
Yeah, we did get it like the last month, and I took advantage of it. Yeah.
what were you
I,
gonna
I, I
say?
remembered because I was still working, and I remember I went through 2 weeks of just eating tacos for lunch, just fajita tacos with a
Oh
whole
yeah,
bunch of hot sauce.
Fitos tacos,
Fritos tacos. That was the
fajita, right?
craving. Mm-hmm. Cuatro de fajita with either my agua de
And
mango or my horchata or my jarrito de mandarina. And that lady knew me. She's like, "Oh, hey, how are you?"
I know I was
She
gonna say
she recognized me, and
that.
I went
You
through the
became a
drive-through
regular.
every time. I became a regular those 2 weeks. And yeah, that was good. That was good.
They're probably like, ahí viene la de los tacos de fajita.
Los cuatro tacos de fajita. Oh, but they
And
were
then
so
after that,
good.
you switched to China. You would
Oh,
get
my
shrimp
God. The
shrimp
shrimp fried
and noodles,
rice.
or
Yeah,
yeah,
shrimp fried
oh, fried rice.
rice.
Yeah,
We should get that tomorrow.
I know, right? I got hungry as soon as I said that. But now, yeah, I definitely feel like you were completely different this second baby, and I just want to thank you for going through that. I know it's not easy. I know I say this to you in person, but I just want to say it in here because people will be like, "Oh, he
Put
doesn't
it in
thank
the
her."
notes.
Like he just takes advantage, hombres.
Hombres. Like, todos son iguales. Just like,
But okay. So, any advice that you would give to somebody who's expecting second baby?
oh, second baby. I think me and you put it together. Like, I think the best advice is don't let other people make you feel different than the first. Like, if
Hmm.
you feel as excited as with the first baby, go for it. Don't be weirded out. Don't worry about people looking at you weird. Like, why are you making it such a big deal? It's your second baby. Like, it's still a baby, still a brand new life. You make
Yeah.
it out, do whatever you wanted to. You know, forget about the world for a second. You know, it's all about you and a
Yeah,
brand new baby all over again.
and that's coming from firstborn, so take that into perspective.
Yeah,
We're not secondborn, but yeah, I really like this episode. And I know this feels like I'm just talking to you because I mean we're literally in the other room, but no, thanks for recording with me. I know the babies are asleep right now, but we gotta
she's
start
sleeping.
our night shift.
Yep.
But thank you, babe, for being part of this episode, and we get to close that loop now. It's so special, you know, because you were like recording with Ian inside your stomach, and now he's like over there
It's
sleeping in the
over there
crib.
sleeping.
It's such crazy life, right?
It
How
is.
crazy is life? Like
I'll cycle
10 years from now, they're already gonna be in school and everything. It's crazy. You're like, in 2 more years, our baby's
2
gonna be in
years.
pre-K.
Oh no. That's gonna be fun. We should, whenever they start school, we should make another episode describing how Liam
Taking kids to
reacted.
school.
Yes, you know.
I think he's gonna be that kid that is like, "Bye, mom. Like, you can leave."
Hopefully, because I mean, like before the iron thing, we would have said no. He's gonna be the crier. He's not gonna want to let go. He's gonna be like no. And now it's like, oh, peace out. I'm deuces. You
Yeah.
know. Um, Either way, it makes me proud, but it hurts me. I'm like, oh, you don't need me anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun. But yeah, but
But
thank you for. I know we're together like 24/7, especially right now on my maternity leave, and I know we get on each other's nerves. We need that, you know, break from each other. It's okay. It's normal, and you still get to, and you still chose to make another episode with me. So, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now you know why I didn't ask you all those questions in person. I was saving them for the podcast.
Yes. All
No.
for the podcast. All for the podcast.
But yeah, thanks everybody for listening, and stay tuned for future episodes, future interviews, and everything. Bye.
Bye.